is up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Map with Chosen One Chats, and today I got a message for all of my future DC's friends. This one is going to be deep as hell, boy, but the message will be, I will not shed a tear. Now, you may be like, oh, that's cold-hearted, bro. Like, that's cold-hearted. But at the end of the day, no, it's not. Because we, as friends and family, have lost enough people and heard enough stories about what has been going on around drugs such as cocaine, drugs such as fentanyl. And that's really all we need to say, because what's happening, you guys, is this fentanyl is being put into not only cocaine to make it more appealing to its audience, but it's also being put in pills. Look at what happened to Rich Homie Quan. Like, come on. And you guys, I'm sure that we are all aware that nobody is over here overdosing off of no damn cocaine by itself. Yeah, you can, and it's very possible if you got your nose in cocaine all day, but we all know what the main cause of these overdoses, most of the time they're finding that there was fentanyl in their system. So now that we know this kind of information and we see people dropping like flies, and then we still decide to just keep indulging in it. And I literally told one of my friends, I was like, hey, dude, be careful with that shit, bro. Like, you know, I heard a lot of people are mixing their cocaine like with fentanyl, bro. Like, and his response was simply, oh, it's fine, bro. Like, you just gotta know who. You just gotta, like, you know, have a good person who, you know, distributes it. You know, you can't just pick up from anybody. And that was his excuse to get out of it. And my response to that is this video. I will not shed a tear. Will I be feeling grief that I lost a friend? Yeah, I probably will be. But at the end of the day, if you guys do not see all this stuff going on these days, then that's on you. Like, I've literally lost too many friends, and they have found fentanyl in their system after they passed away. And at this rate, I know that it's going to still continue, because, you know, shout out to Donald Trump. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like, all this trafficking of this fentanyl into America, like, they're getting this across the borders, and, you know, I'm glad that he's cracking down and getting everybody out, like, who is doing criminal activity. But this is a letter to my future DC's friends, and it is that I will not shed a tear. You guys are indulging in these things at your own risk. This is not to judge. This is not to criticize and talk bad on the way you're living. But what this is just something that I'm putting down to let you guys know. Like, if you guys come to me later and like, man, why aren't you all worked up and sad like everybody else and down in the gutter, bro? We just lost our best friend or whatever. I'ma just show them this video, because if the fun is worth the risk and you don't care about the amount of damage that you could cause to your family and friends, then why would I waste my time grieving? If you say this fun is so worth it, and you guys know what they're doing to these pills and then what they're doing to this cocaine, and you can't even just stick to like the shit that's already bad enough for you, like weed and alcohol. That shit's already bad enough for you, bro, and it's just not strong enough, I guess. So what we gonna do? Fucking have our nose fucking in the face of fucking, I'm not even gonna cuss, but you get what I'm trying to say. Just unclog your nose, guys. It's definitely not worth it. If you guys need help, go to freaking rehab. Go get the help. Most of these people, they won't go to rehab. So at the end of the day, what can you say? But yeah, there's not really much more to say here. It is a pretty dark topic, but it's something that needs to be talked about. I can't tell you how many friends that have passed away recently within such a short span of like maybe 2 years. And all of them had fentanyl in their system. So you can't tell me, maybe one out of the two, maybe one, maybe two. I don't even think two. Maybe one was actually smoking fentanyl because he was out on the streets and wilding out, and people said that he literally straight up smokes fentanyl. So that one doesn't really count. But as for the other two, you can't tell me that they were fucking over here smoking fentanyl out of a piece of aluminum foil or whatever they used to smoke that. You can't tell me that they were sitting up here doing that. But regardless, they found it. I'm pretty positive. And then on top of that, we lost Rich Homie Quan. You know, he wasn't able to wake up, you know, just popping his pills, and you know, they found it in his system too. So regardless of whether or not they found actual fentanyl in their system, let's not forget, you guys, this stuff, like, you could overdose off of anything. Like, literally, I think the only one you can't overdose on is like marijuana, and even then you could have like a mental breakdown for sure, and that could cause you to accidentally hurt yourself. But you could overdose off of, just like I said, like if you do too much of anything, like besides marijuana, and you can even have kidney failure from alcohol. So to anybody who, one thing I wanted to add on here, because recently we were celebrating one of our close family friends. He passed away a year ago, and the grandma, we call her Nana, you know, she spoke on it, and she says that, hey, to anybody who, like, the first was, it was from kidney failure. It was like really hardcore kidney failure, and it was from all the years of drinking, first things first, and then not only that, the drug abusing, and this includes things such as meth and all types of things. So this guy was in his deathbed, you know, very early age. I mean, I know it was like somewhere around 50, you know, 60 maybe. I don't think it was 60, but 50, around that age, you know, telling people that, hey, don't do drugs, it's not worth it. You know, his life was cut very short, and very painful too. And to people who literally see this, and they're like, literally, this isn't phasing them, and they're still gonna do the exact same thing, which this guy who already passed away has said like to stop doing it and how it's not worth it, and a living example while he was still here telling you no, it's not worth it. And then even, you know, people like, you know, his mom was just like, hey, you know, the drink, like anybody who's doing this on like a repetitive cycle and just overly indulging, she says like, hey, slow it down. And especially if you're doing hard drugs, like it's not worth it. Like, because ultimately you cannot do that kind of stuff and then not expect consequences later on in life, because it's going to catch up with you. You may be feeling young, wild, and free right now, but it will catch up with you if you do not change your life around and clean yourself up. There's no fighting what alcohol does to your kidney over time, and especially no fighting what the hard drugs do to your body over time. I've heard people's teeth falling out from, you know, hard drugs like heroin and stuff. Like it literally, the gums just rot, and like you see all these people on the streets every day just fighting with their demons. Not actual demons, but demons that they've created from these hallucinations that they've received from these hard drugs. And you see this every day and you still think it's a joke. And whether it comes to someone passing away or just someone losing their shit altogether and just completely gone, I will not shed a tear. Will I feel sorry? Will I feel the pain? Yes, I will. But I will not shed a tear. Alright, you guys. Thanks for staying with me on this deep message. Deep divers. And I want you guys to know that if you need any help, make sure to, like, you know, get some. Go to therapy, go to rehab. Don't be afraid to reach out, because that's what the help is there for. It's there for you. It's never too late until it's too late. So turn your life around, clean up, and may God be with you. Peace.